Welcome back. Today we're doing something a little different. A while ago I came across this channel and I figured, let's do some reactions to creepy encounters. Let's go. The video we're reacting to is called Six Forest Encounters That Will Make You Afraid of It. Now I've watched a lot of videos on this guy's channel and I absolutely love these kinds of videos. So let's get into it. First off, the intro, that creepy vibe it gives you, that sets the mood for what's to come. All right.
Before we dive into the video, I want to share a story that Eliana sent me about how she found her best friend, Ronnie. Eliana loves nature, and one day while hiking through the forest, she had a strong feeling that something special was about to happen, like she was about to discover something extraordinary. She sat down to sip her coffee and, out of nowhere, a cat jumped straight out of the bushes and walked right up to her. In that moment, she just knew her best friend had entered her life. Now, you might be wondering why I'm telling you this story, especially since it doesn't sound creepy at all. Well, it's because Ronnie wants to be the official cat of the channel, so you better love him. Say hello to our new furry friend, Wilderness Whiskers. Alex's channel is all about exploring a...
So of course I will link the original video and channel down in my description, and every time a video is shown on screen, like this Alex guy, his stuff will also be down in the description, so please go and check out the originals. Right, let's get into the first one.
Abandoned places and locations with a lot of history. He usually gets there on his bike, taking us along for the ride. But in this video, he's doing things a bit differently. He's heading to Yeso, New Mexico, a small forgotten town, to check out some old general stores, a restaurant, and whatever else is still standing. He's taking his van this time and planning to spend the night out there, though that plan might change.
Starting to get dark. It's not totally dark yet.
So sorry for the interruption there. That's something I always find so fascinating, is in the States, people go to these abandoned buildings and check it out. And yes, they encounter homeless people there, but it's, I don't know, from what I've seen, it's normally not too bad. Where in South Africa, that is definitely not something you can do. If you were to go and explore an abandoned building, you'll most likely get mugged, robbed, or even unalived. Maybe, if you're more in the rural areas, it's a bit different, but in the city side where I'm from, or where I'm currently living, you avoid abandoned buildings. You avoid these kinds of places, because actually I've thought of doing this many times before, but it's just not something that's really feasible here. It's way too dangerous to do. So yeah, it's always interesting. And just looking at the shot I paused on here, you just see the shelves there on the wall. All of that would have been completely stripped and gone. There would be nothing. It would be rubble, effectively. They'd probably steal the bricks as well. So I always find that quite fascinating. All right, let's continue on.
A lot of debris. So we're here, but it's dark inside here. That's for sure. So we're gonna explore it, see what it looks like, see if we detect anything.
What does he mean by detect anything? Is he one of those paranormal hunters, or is he just exploring?
So this is the big room here. A lot of debris, furniture, that sort of thing going on here. Tumbleweeds, sound of the train. Anyways, this is the window. I'm going to show it to you. This window here has wire mesh. You can see it. See that? It's to keep people out.
The place itself was definitely decayed and had a creepy vibe, but nothing too scary. Still, once Alex finished exploring, he figured it was best to head back to his van, which he had parked nearby. Night was starting to fall, and being out there alone, in the middle of nowhere, didn't seem like the best time to run into anyone.
We're here in Yeso. I'm parked right in the middle of the ghost town.
So maybe the American viewers can help me out here. We love camping here, but we go camping in a camping ground. It's a facility where you pay a shitload of money to spend a few days, and you got your little plot, and you set up your tents or your caravan or whatever. But I've noticed on these kinds of videos in the States, people like pocket their vans randomly and they sleep in there. And also I've seen like people going into national forest and just hiking to a certain spot and setting up camp. That's not something we really have here, not that I know of. So is that always the norm in the States? Is that how you do your camping, or am I just being completely stupid? Anyway, I'm going to try not to interrupt so much. I know I'm breaking the flow of the video.
It's all deserted, so there's no one around. Some houses located on the outline area, on the outskirts of this town. Maybe like 4 or 5. But other than that, I'm pretty much surrounded by. The heater came out, scared the hell out of me. Surrounded by just houses that are a ghost town. So let me show you. I'm having some pozole that I warmed up on the stove, and then give you a little bit of a tour. Have all the lights on, have all the windows closed.
After giving us a quick tour of his van setup, Alex called it a night and went to sleep. But that's when things started to get really creepy.
Something woke me up. I heard, I think, sounded like footsteps. I'm not sure if that's what woke me up. I put on my pants and my shoes, just for in case. I was asleep. I got all my windows closed. I got this light here, but I don't know if they can see it. But I certainly heard footsteps. Something woke me up. I'm not sure what it was. Just for in case.
That's exactly what I would do.
Oh, I heard the footsteps again. Looks like they went to the back. What the f***? Okay.
What's that like?
Somebody's definitely outside. I don't think I'm gonna stay here. Honestly, I end up shooting somebody.
Okay, so now 2 things. That might just be the police checking up on why this van is parked there, or it can be somebody with ill intent, But I see he is strapped, so that's what I find also a bit weird, Okay, let's see what happens.
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? There's somebody inside. Son of a... I don't even know if I want to go outside.
No, don't.
Who is it? I'm coming outside, man. Just so you know, I'm armed. I'm opening the door. Who's there? I don't see anybody. Fuck. Anybody there? Nobody somebody out here. Hello? Maybe they went inside that
Yeah, don't.
schoolhouse.
Don't.
Okay. It's time for me to go. The sound was coming from this side, from the driver's side.
There was no one outside. My thoughts are it was probably someone who saw the van and thought no one was inside and wanted to steal what was there. But as soon as they heard Alex's voice, they ran. Or maybe just someone trying to scare him. Either way, it didn't really matter because Alex left the location and wasn't staying around to find out who was out there. It's honestly so creepy. Imagine being inside your van sleeping, and all of a sudden a person is standing right next to you. Alex was armed and made it clear to anyone who might have tried to come in. But either way, the best thing he did was avoid any confrontation and leave. That's what I advise you to do too. It's good to have some kind of protection, but always try to avoid using it. If you can leave and de-escalate the situation, do that. It's safer.
So I completely agree with that, and that's why I said don't go outside and don't go into the place because you're armed. For all you know, it could have been a bunch of kids just, messing around, knocking on a random van and then hiding in the schoolyard. So Alex, the person who shot the video, is already on edge. I'm not saying he's that kind of person. I don't know the guy at all. That's the first time I've ever seen anything. But obviously you're going to be on edge that time of night, somebody knocking on your van. You are armed. And not everybody's got the trigger control or the same trigger control. He might just, get scared and fire off a shot and injure some innocent person that, had no nefarious intent. Or on the other side, like Mr. Wilderness Whisper says, it could have been someone trying to steal the van or whatever. In that case, you have to defend yourself. So I fully agree with him. If you can avoid. Only when your back's against the wall is when you have to take it a step further. That was proper creepy. I mean, imagine being out in the middle of nowhere, or like he calls it a ghost town, and all of a sudden somebody knocks on your door. I would shite myself. Right, let's go on to the next one.
A man was out in the wilderness of Utah, somewhere around Payson Canyon. He's a photographer trying to capture nature on camera, filming the trees, the rivers, those perfect shots. In this clip, he was filming a river when suddenly he heard something in the woods. He lifted the camera, thinking he'd catch a deer or some beautiful animal. But little did he know, he was about to capture something really special.
That Bigfoot again.
A big black figure was walking through the trees. So let's break it down. Do I think it's Bigfoot? Maybe. But I'm not gonna say that like I'm 100% sure. Plenty of...
Agree. I mean, there's so much fakes out there that... Do I believe in Bigfoot? I'm gonna give the same answer, maybe. I mean, who knows what's like really living out in the woods, but is it the big furry man-ape thing? Nah, I doubt it. Interesting, but so many fakes, and there's never a clear shot. Think of that. You never see it clearly. It's always behind a bush or on a potato cam quality. Always something.
Many of people watching this video believe he actually saw the creature. Me? I think it's possible it was just a guy out looking for mushrooms or something, walking through the woods without knowing he was being filmed. It definitely looked big, but even when I slow it down or zoom in, I can't really see any clear details. It looked kinda hairy, but you know me. I don't want to jump to conclusions. I'll let you decide if it's real or not. Here's a question though. Why do they always catch a male Bigfoot and never a female? How do they always know it's a guy? Maybe that's why they're roaming the woods. Because they had a fight with their wife or something. We just never see a female Bigfoot. Anyway, drop.
That's what I love about this channel. It always works in the weirdest comedy bits. But I mean, it's like I said, it's never a clear, high quality 4K video, picture, or whatever. It's always behind a bush or a shadow or a part of its elbow or what the fuck ever. So, I mean, that's up for you to decide. I'm going to tell you what's what. It's all up to you. And as you're seeing on the screen, please go and check out Wilderness Whispers and subscribe to this channel. I absolutely love this channel.
Your thoughts in the comments. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. Joseph Couch was the suspect in a highway shooting in Kentucky, so the police launched a massive manhunt to find him. A couple who run a YouTube channel called Hatfield McCoy decided to go after the $35,000 reward being offered for anyone who could help find him. So, they went full bounty hunter mode and documented the entire thing on YouTube.
I think I've seen this one.
Hey guys, Fred Sheila McCoy, Hatfield McCoy Museum and Adventures. All right, this is going to be an adventure. Sheila and I are getting ready to head out. They've got the reward up on this guy for $35,000 now. $35,000. That's a sweet little piece of money. We're going looking for him. We're hoping he finds us. Sometimes when you get out to get gas or something like this, if you look vulnerable, people will approach you. So they may carjack us or anything, who knows. But we're going looking for this Couch guy, Joseph Couch.
Joseph Couch.
And for the reward, I guess you could call us bounty hunters.
They posted 5 episodes, each from a different day of the search, and with each day they felt like they were getting closer, like something was about to happen. Then one day they noticed a group of vultures circling and gathering in the same spot. That usually means there's something dead nearby. They figured there was a chance Joseph might be there, so they started heading in that direction and began live streaming just in case. But that's when they found this.
Okay guys, we're live. And we're back at exit 49. I don't know if you can see right over there in that tree. Look here, show these 2, 3 here.
Wonder if I can zoom in on live.
We have followed.
Look.
There's about 8 or 10 vultures right there, and over here's another 6 or 8. They're over there with the wings spread. One of them come up a while ago with something in his mouth. So in this area right here,
yeah.
we are.
See, there's 3.
Just wait. They'll light. They're getting ready to light and go down again. They go down and get them back, and they come back.
See, there's 4.
Let's watch where they light.
So yeah, that's kind of also a weird thing to approach. You don't know if that was a predator's kill there. Maybe something killed the deer and is busy feeding on it and you stumble across it. That predator's not going to be very happy with you. But
There's 4 there.
I mean, that's
Look
what
over there
these
with their
people are.
wings all spread out, hanging in that tree.
Probably built different. I did see McCoy, so that feels
Guys, it
McCoy's.
may be nothing more than a dead animal. You got anybody on there yet?
I don't know. Welcome to the chat. It says, letting everybody know, but I don't see. I'm trying to look to see if I can find. There's where they were, guys.
They're still there. They're in that tree, huh?
Yeah. I was looking for the.
Straight down.
Okay, he said, y'all look down here.
Okay.
He said he's getting a big smell back there. So, ooh, guys. Who knows? Right here's where I smelled it at, around these.
Yeah, right down this knoll.
Yeah, right here around these trees. Yeah, country girl will survive. I don't know about the film, but yeah, there you go, so they can see.
I'll show them what you're having to crawl over here.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of...
Definitely here.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Well, it may just be a possum or something.
Something's here, Fred.
All right.
Just
Huh? Right, Sheila's got it right here, we believe, right? Right? Go ahead.
it's really strong right here where we're at.
Whew. It might just be an animal. We're hoping not.
I don't smell it now, baby. But man, it was strong. So it has to be up in this hollow here. Has to be down through here. Cause which? That's what I'm.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh! Got him! Here he is!
You found him? Oh, my Lanta.
Yeah.
I'm coming. Oh, my Lanta, you found him?
He's deteriorated!
Oh, my Lanta.
Yeah, so I was actually scared that it's not going to be censored, but good thing it is. And obviously, Wilderness or the original people censored it. But yeah, so effectively they found that person busy deteriorating.
Oh, my Lanta. Ow, sticker bars. Oh, gosh. Look.
I don't zoom in on it.
Oh, gross.
He was found dead after an extensive manhunt, 11 days after the incident. After further investigation, it appeared that he had taken his own life right there in the woods, and the couple ended up being the ones to find him. It was honestly a smart move to follow the vultures because they led them straight to the spot. Unfortunately, he wasn't alive, but the community felt a bit safer knowing he was no longer a threat. According to NBC News, he had sent a text message to a woman before the shooting, indicating his intention to harm others, and then himself.
There's a lot of sickos out in this world. I mean, you even got certain people now brandishing firearms on their live feeds, threatening other people. It's so becoming a bit silly, you know? People are just getting more and more stupid. Anyway.
Justin is a TikToker who posts videos from his everyday life, and he's gained quite a few followers. In this video, he was heading home from a friend's house when he realized he was passing by a spot that's pretty well known in his town for strange activity and weird encounters. So he decided to stop. The thing is, this place is right in the middle of the woods. He started recording just for fun because, well, he's a TikToker, and they film everything. But this time, he actually captured something really creepy. Take a look.
Okay. So... I don't have a flashlight except for what's on my phone, so I'm leaving the headlights on because I'm like a little bit scared. Ah, something's in my shoe. What the f? Not a penny. Okay. Somebody said that they could see it being like a mountain lion. Like a mountain lion?
Yeah.
Or like coyotes. But like...
Turn around. Go back to you.
They are everywhere. The more you...
So yeah, as I said, you come across a pile of bones, turn around, go back. It's the middle of the night, dude. Predator. Really?
You look around, the more of them you see.
There are some bones on the ground, which is already pretty creepy, mainly because there's so many of them in one place. That usually means it could be a predator's territory, somewhere they drag their catches to eat them. But what happens next is where things get really creepy.
So I just...
That's a deer.
Okay, please tell me you guys heard that. Hello?
Okay, that's a bit weird.
Well, I don't even know what could make those sounds. It didn't sound like any animal I know, so if it's something you recognize, please let me know. I'm not...
The first sound, to me, sounded like a deer. Then I don't know if all that background noise is part of the weird sounds, because that sounded like either traffic or a distant plane or something. But yeah, that last sound was a bit weird, unless it was another deer, maybe. But the first one kind of sounded like a deer.
Not saying it's 100% real. There's always a chance it could be fake. You never really know with these kinds of videos.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's also a real possibility that he captured some animal we just can't recognize by the sound alone. Either way, I'm really curious, so drop your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah.
Oli Camping is a channel from India where he shares videos of himself camping or building shelters out in the Indian wilderness. And honestly, it's really entertaining because the forests out there are way more dangerous than the ones most of us are used to. So to all my subscribers from India, let me know if you've ever had any weird encounters out in the woods. For this video, Ollie had a pretty cool plan, not just to build a shelter, but to build one in a tree and camp up there overnight with his friend.
Nice. So, it's just me being stupid, but isn't there like still tigers and stuff in India? Or am I being stupid? Most likely being stupid. But that's a tough one. If there's like actual proper tigers in the woods and you decide to go camping there, that's a bit hectic. But I mean, it's probably, people say the same about South Africa. They think lions and elephants and whatever roam the streets when it's not exactly like that. Right, let's check it out.
हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम बैक। आपका स्वागत है भाई मेरी फिर से एक और नई कैंपिंग वीडियो में। तो भाई फिलहाल तो मैं निकल चुका हूँ यार एक और नई वीडियो के लिए। और भाई आज की जो कैंपिंग होने वाली है वो एकदम पेड़ के ऊपर घर बनाने वाले। भाई आपने मतलब वैसा घर कभी देखा है नहीं देखा ये तो नहीं पता, पर एकदम ऐसा तगड़ा बनाने वाले हैं। 2 कैंपिंग होने वाली है यार, वंश भी आने वाला है। बाकी अभी गर्मी हो रही है तो यार चप्पल वगैरह भी पहने हैं। बाकी बैग में मैं जूते भी रख के लेके आऊँ क्योंकि यार शाम के टाइम पे वो ठंडा होता है, इस वजह से। बाकी चलो भाई चलते हैं।
They started building the shelter, and man, I swear the Indians are always out here building some of the craziest stuff. Seriously impressive.
Yeah.
By the time they were done, night had already fallen. They got a fire going and started cooking some food, and that's when they started hearing some things. Take a look.
पानी भी डालते
Oh,
रहेंगे।
that looks good.
अभी तो शायद मेरे हिसाब से पानी की जरूरत नहीं है। का ढक्कन ऐसे करके रख देते हैं ये। तो चलो फिर भाइयों, आप सब्जी बनने के लिए इसमें रख दी है। अब इंतजार। बेटा आवाज जैसी आई ले।
बेटा ये तो बात की है भी शायद, बात की जैसी नहीं आई फिर।
बेटा
ये तो इधर ही ऊपर ही से आई भी कहीं आसपास से।
बेटा इधर आ जा बे।
बेटा इसको खोलता हूँ, रुक बेटा।
अभी चल गया। वीडियो ऑन कर दिया मैंने।
That sounded like a growl.
बेटा क्या था ले है? बेटा तेरे को तो कुछ नहीं होगा, मैं हूँ वहाँ, मेरे लगेंगे। बाय गॉड, इधर साइड से आई ना, इधर साइड से कहीं।
अब सेफ लग रहा है भाई गॉड। वो फ्राई बान भी गिर गया यार, फ्राई
गिर गया वो। बेटा क्या होगा ले कर, उधर ही से आई बे, मेरे को तो वहां कहीं से लगी यार। यहाँ को तो नहीं है कुछ दिख भी नहीं रहा यार एक तो इन पेड़ों के वजह से। भाई गॉड,
हल्ला करें क्या?
नहीं बे।
They got a little spooked at first, but decided to brush it off and keep cooking. Everything seemed fine, but not long after, this happened.
और मुझे तो पता नहीं है, मैंने तो अभी तक बाघ आग देखा नहीं है इतना।
Okay, so that sounds like a growl, but now, obviously sitting in the comfort of my own home, not up a tree somewhere. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if feline predators, if they hunt, they don't make too much noise. They're usually quite soft, as to not scare their prey away. It's a bit weird, but don't want to come face to face with. I mean, I did ask if there are tigers in India, and now my mind keeps going to there's a tiger stalking these guys. Anyway, let's see.
दोस्तों और आ गई आवाज और पास से आई अभी, आप भी सुन रहे होगे। यहीं कहीं थी यार, ऐसा क्यों भाई? बार बार घबराहट हो जा रही है भाई, और तो कुछ नहीं।
बेटा वो देख, बाघ भी।
ये बेटा, ये तो यहीं पे
बेटा।
है
बेटा कैमरा भी वहीं है।
कैमरा भी वहीं है यार। छी,
एक दूसरा फोन दे 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 दे,
इससे कर, इससे होगा देख।
ये लॉक खोल।
If you got here, comment the word angel.
बेटा यहीं घूम रहा है बे उस समय।
बेटा क्या करे ले? बेटा इधर साइड भी आ क्या भी? ये देख बेटा।
I fucking called it. That's a tiger. Holy shit. Nah, dude, that's one thing I don't fuck around with. No way. They do know that thing can climb trees, right?
बेटा सांप दिख रहा है बे। बेटा इतनी पास आ रहा है बे, क्या करे बे?
डर ही नहीं रहा है बे, तो पास पड़ रहा है।
बेटा यहीं पे आ गया। बेटा वो देख बे, वो देख। ओए ओए बेटा वो देखो, पेड़ के पीछे चला गया बे। अबे दोस्तों बाघ नीचे आ गया, उधर साइड पे को क्या कर रहे हैं समझ नहीं आ रहा।
कैसे कर रहा है? आग भी बुझा दिया बेटा हमने। अभी रुक जा थोड़ा, यहीं रहो। खाना भी नहीं खाया है बेटा ये।
अच्छी खाना ही नहीं खाया यार दोस्तों, ये सब वैसा ही है।
They waited, keeping as quiet as possible, until they couldn't see the tiger anymore, and the moment it was clear, they ran straight to the car.
रुक, मैं भी आ रहा हूँ, रुक जा।
जल्दी चल बे।
I mean, isn't that the worst thing you can do? You don't know where the tiger is. You're getting out of your shelter, where at least you would be able to see it, I think. But now you're running in the dark. So its natural predator instincts are going to kick in and start chasing you down if it is watching you. I hope I'm never in a situation like that, because honestly, I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, it's easy to sit here and say, no, do this, do that, but once you're there, fucking shit yourself. Holy crap. Don't fall, man.
I mean, we're used to seeing maybe a bear or a cougar or something like that. But a tiger? That's a whole different level. That would seriously scare me. Tigers just look terrifying. Big, fast, strong, and yeah, beautiful too. They've got all the traits of an animal that can kill you. Sure, beauty won't kill you, but when you mix it with power and speed, that's lethal. Good thing they built that shelter up in a tree and managed to get away safely. An encounter like that could have gone really bad. Also, this video's dedicated to Atri, who asked me to check out some videos from India. He said he knows a lot of Indian videos are fake. And yeah, there are some out there. But brother, I can promise you, this one isn't. Every country has fake videos. It's just about knowing how to pick the real ones.
True, very true. But still, I mean, that's not something we really have here. I mean, I know the beliefs are, like I said earlier, lions and cheetahs and elephants and hippos and whatever roam the streets, but it's not like that at all. When you go up to national parks and stuff, yeah, maybe, but we don't go camping and see predators walking around, you know. Also, we don't have tigers, we don't have bears. Cougars, maybe? I'm not too sure. I mean, yeah, the other ones we have, but it's a whole different experience. Okay, I think this is going to be the last one. Let's check it out.
Thomas is a guy who loves the wilderness, and his channel is all about outdoor adventures. He usually heads deep into the forest to camp with his dog, and while he's had a few strange encounters, that doesn't make his channel a fake one. It's just part of what happens when you spend that much time out there. This time, though, he decided to do something different, spend the night in the forest completely alone.
Welcome to a very special episode. Now, there are a couple of reasons why this is a very special episode. Reason number one is that it's my first time ever doing a solo woodland camp. In fact, it's not just my first time ever doing a solo woodland camp, it's technically my first time ever doing a truly solo wild camp, because the only one other one that I've done was the one at the beach. And that had Archie in it. Whereas today, I combined today and tonight there. Whereas today, I'm totally on my own. And when I say totally on my own, I mean it. Because this is not just a public bit of woodland near where I live. This is actually private land that I've got permission to camp on tonight.
He started exploring the area, looking for a good spot to set up camp.
What I need to do, and I've said this a few times recently, is build up this tolerance to camping, where I know that I'm going to get a good night's sleep. I know I'm not going to get freaked out by the sounds in the night. This is a perfect spot, by the way. This is literally a perfect spot. Cars.
So, just something you mentioned there, not get freaked out by the night. So the noises at night, I mean, natural noises, birds, animals, trees, leaves, whatever. They scary, but I mean, you can still, it's nature. But when you start hearing what I call artificial sounds made by humans, by other people, that's technically not supposed to be around there. That's when shit gets freaky. So I don't know what this guy encounters, we're going to see now, but yeah, you never want that, especially if you're secluded out somewhere where nobody else is supposed to be and you start hearing people noises. That's fucking scary.
Just there. A bit lame, but this is a good spot. Yeah, I've got to build up that tolerance. I've got to get used to the sounds of the woodland of the night, and knowing that I'm in a safe place, that I have permission to be in, is going to help with that, for sure.
He eventually found the perfect spot and started setting up his camp. Once everything was in place, he cooked himself a nice steak. Man, I could really go for a steak right now, to be honest. Anyway, I get carried away when I'm hungry. After he finished eating, he started a live stream, but by then the night had already fallen.
Listen, chaps, it's been a good hour or so of chatting to the live stream, but I think it's time to head into bed and hunker down. It's 20 to 10. See you later, guys. Cheers for watching.
After finishing the live stream, he started getting ready to go to sleep, but that's when the creepy sounds began.
Just what I wanted. Monk chat going crazy.
What did we say? That's animal noises.
I'm chilling out though.
That's still fine. Creepy but fine.
I'm glad that I caught that sort of moment of doubt on camera. It's very hot. I'm gonna stick it out. That would be a terribly freaky noise if I didn't know what it was.
The sounds didn't stop. In fact, they kept going throughout the night. And the worst part, they got even closer and louder.
What is making that sound? I don't know.
The sounds eventually got so loud and frequent that he just couldn't take it anymore. He decided it was best to pack up and leave, so he grabbed his gear and headed home. Now, what do I think about that sound? Honestly, it could have been a fox call or some other animal.
Yeah.
But let's be real. Imagine someone going camping for the first time, not knowing what animal sounds even exist out there. They'd probably think it was a skinwalker or some kind of cryptid, and then go back and tell all their friends about the creepiest night of their life. That's how most of these stories start. So let me know what you think. Was it just an animal, or was it something else? Drop.
So I think in the beginning he said he needs to build up his tolerance for solo camping and get used to the sounds. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's an animal sound. It might be a fox, although I'm not entirely sure. But that is something to get used to. And it'll creep you out for sure. Yeah, it's just weird. I always do find it quite funny is you are somewhat safe within your tent, although it's just a piece of cloth. But when you get out and you sit down to roll up your tent and pack it away, I feel that's when you're vulnerable, because you are focusing on packing your stuff down here and you're not checking out your surroundings. Yeah, it's once again not in that situation, so it's easy for me to judge from the sideline over here. But I always find that quite curious. So thanks for enjoying that with me. I don't think we're going to do final thoughts after that. Once again, please go and check out the original video. Go and check out the people's videos. It's all going to be linked in the description. And I hope you enjoyed it. I do like watching these videos, and it feels a bit different reacting to them and giving my idiot thoughts on it. Maybe if you like this can be a new feature of the channel, maybe a side quest, looking at creepy encounters, those kinds of things, reacting to that, because these are videos I enjoy. You would have seen when I showed the Wilderness Whispers channel that I've watched quite a few of his videos. I haven't watched this one before. I like to do first time reactions, as you've seen with the music. So I'm waffling a bit. Please subscribe to Wilderness Whispers and check out his channel. It is truly good. He's got a ton of proper good videos on there. And with all that said, bye.